At the end of the day, life doesn't care about your explanations. It only responds to outcomes. You either have the results you want or you have the reasons why you don't. And the truth most people avoid is this: reasons don't count. Excuses are loyal companions. They show up every single day right on time. They whisper comfort. They tell you it's okay to wait, that tomorrow will be better, that conditions aren't right, that you deserve rest before effort. Opportunity, on the other hand, doesn't wait. It doesn't knock twice. It doesn't slow down because you weren't ready. Excuses always sound smartest to the person making them. And if you're honest, you already have every excuse in the world. That's why you're still standing in the same place, staring at the same ceiling, living the same cycle. Somewhere along the way, you convince yourself that everything is wrong. Everything is negative. Nothing will ever change. And you know what? If that's what you believe, it won't. Because the moment you change your mind, you change your life. Rejection doesn't stop you. Failure doesn't stop you. Critics don't stop you. You stop you. The only real limit you have is the one staring back at you in the mirror. So stop feeling sorry for yourself. Wake up. Wake all the way up. There is something inside you that you've kept asleep for too long. A force. A fire. A beast. And real beasts don't care about circumstances. They don't complain about the weather. They don't wait for permission. They don't need applause. They just get the work done. The real ones don't announce their grind. They don't post every struggle. They don't talk about how hard they train. They move in silence. They work in the dark. They build where nobody is watching. Most people never even see their grind. And that's why people romanticize success. They want to be like those winners. They admire them. They envy them. But what they don't want is the pain, the sacrifice, the loneliness, the nights when nobody calls, the mornings when motivation is dead and discipline has to drag you out of bed. You don't want to be them, not really, because you have no idea what they went through. Winners and leaders do consistently what others only do occasionally. A real person shows up when nobody's watching. A real one puts in work with no audience, no likes, no validation. They stack private wins, because you must win in the dark before you ever win in the light. That's why opinions don't matter. What people think of you doesn't matter, because while they're talking, you're building. While they're watching, you're fixing your weaknesses. While they're comfortable, you're uncomfortable on purpose. That's the next level. Even when you're already good, you dig deeper. Even when you're already strong, you sacrifice more. Even when others are satisfied, you go further. Because greatness lives where comfort dies. Everybody wants to be a beast. Everybody gets excited. Everybody talks positive. Everybody says they're different. But when it's time to do what beasts do, they disappear. They back up. They hesitate. They make excuses. You can't just say you want it. Wanting is cheap. Talking is easy. Because when showtime arrives, when the sun comes up, when it's time to hunt, that's when truth is revealed. And what separates you from everyone else is simple. When it's time to hunt, are you ready? Ready means early mornings. Ready means late nights. Ready means you don't sleep when you're tired, you sleep when you're done. Champions aren't born under spotlights. They're built in empty gyms, quiet rooms, lonely roads, and early mornings when the world is still asleep. You become dangerous when nobody is watching. You set a standard. Then you raise the standard. Then you live by that standard every single day. Some people hear this and say, that's too much. And they're right. It is too much for someone who doesn't want greatness. I don't feel like it. That sentence has ended more dreams than failure ever could. Winners live where quitters stop. If you want to know where winners are, look at the place where others gave up. That's where they kept going. You think effort is negotiable. You think 50% is enough. You think 70% makes you special. You think 80% is elite. But greatness demands everything. Some of you are good, really good, but you don't finish. And greatness belongs to finishers. The real beast doesn't show up at the start. The real beast shows up in the last 4 minutes. When legs are shaking, when lungs burn, when the body says stop. That's where champions are separated. Because pulling something out when nothing is left, that's rare. Relentless means you never let off the gas, never slow down, never quit. And everything you want for your family, your future, your children, it all exists on the other side of that relentlessness. Of course, it's going to be hard. Of course, distractions will come. Of course, your focus will be tested. Get back up anyway. There is always another level. There will be moments when you feel uninspired, moments when you question everything, moments when people laugh, doubt, and criticize. That's normal. Life is testing you. It's asking one question: how bad do you want it? This is a game of will, a game of mindset, and every test builds character. Everyone feels motivated sometimes, but not everyone shows up when motivation dies. So don't hate on those who worked while you complained. Don't envy results you refuse to earn. Every hard thing in your life, run toward it. Hard means growth. Hard means opportunity. Hard means transformation. Ownership changes everything. When you take responsibility for your life, excuses die. You are not a victim. You are in control. Comfort has made people soft. Complaining has made people weak. You get out of life what you put into it. So stop wishing. Stop whining. Stop waiting. Decide. Decide who you are going to be. Decide what your life will look like. Decide what standard you live by. Wanting something only matters when your actions agree. Self-respect is earned. Pride is built. Esteem comes from doing difficult things repeatedly. Are you interested or are you obsessed? Because obsession changes behavior. Winners love the process. They love the grind. They love the work. They never wish more than they're willing to work. Greatness isn't built on stages. It's built at fem a m. In the rain, in silence, in repetition. You are the rock. And every day you choose discipline over comfort, you chip away at it, slowly shaping yourself into something powerful. There are no shortcuts, no bypasses, no hacks. The only way through is through. Commitment means staying true long after the feeling fades. One more rep, one more mile, one more effort. Dream big enough and the odds don't matter. Most people won't understand your work ethic, and that's fine. You're not doing it for them. Raise your standards. Raise your schedule. Raise your effort. And remember this: while most people stop when they're tired, you stop when you're done. Because the only thing standing in your way is you.